So, in honor of being in service to you today, my theme is why raw vegan is not restrictive. So, why raw vegan is not restrictive? That's because we're just aligning with natural law. And when we align with natural law, it requires work. Now, depending on how far out of alignment we are, think about it this way. A law works a certain way, input, output. Okay, the law always works the same way. It doesn't matter, like gravity or the law of cause and effect or equal and opposite reaction. All these natural laws at play every day in our lives, which we may or may not be aware of, but they're there. So when we're out of alignment, further away from our natural laws, we struggle. It becomes more difficult. It becomes more painful. And it creates harder work to get back into alignment. So this is when people think that a raw vegan diet is restrictive because they are out of alignment with natural law. So to get back into alignment, they think, oh, I have to take away all these foods that I've been eating. But in reality, all these foods that you've been eating are absolute crap and junk and horrible for your body. Raw foods are most efficient. Raw foods are the quickest energy for the body, best for stamina, best for energy, best for regeneration, best for elimination. It's just purely more efficient. That's why every living biology on planet Earth eats only raw food only. Because it's more efficient. That's how nature and God designed it. It's more efficient. So it's less efficient to eat cooked food. Yeah, it is. It's less efficient. That's why if we're eating cooked food, we are in a much less efficient state, and it's much harder to get back into alignment with eating raw food. And this is where we might balk and even have fears and concerns. That a raw vegan diet is restrictive or overly restrictive, that a raw vegan diet is too restrictive. However, it's just like putting high octane fuel in an engine. It's going to run better, but we've got deposits and filth and gunk that have accumulated that are clogging up all the pipes and all the pistons and all the spark plugs. And so it takes years for the gunk to clear out where we can feel the efficiency of a raw vegan diet. Now, for me, at 6 years raw vegan, there's no way I would consider raw food restrictive in any way. I think of cooked food as a treat or comfort. It's more of like an emotional addiction, and it has nothing to do with efficiency for my health and for my biology. It's just kind of a comfort mental addiction thing. So if somebody says, raw vegan is restrictive, it's because they're in that kind of addictive mental comfort zone that cooked food gives us. Well, most people are there, yes. Most of humanity is there, we can see and we can agree. That is not most efficient. So here's the bottom line. It takes hard work to make our life efficient. It takes hard work to make our life effective. It takes hard work to make our life easier. That's the thing, is it takes work to make our life easier. We have to preload the work. We have to kind of be preemptive about the hard work, and then we actually have a much easier life. If we try to take the easy road in life, we create so much more work for ourselves. So the easy road is hot dogs and hamburgers and soda and cooked food and ice cream and chips. Right? That's the easy road. That's the default world. But if we go down that road, we're going to have a much harder time. We're going to have a struggle in life. We're going to struggle with our health. It's going to cost us more. We're going to work much less efficiently, much more struggle, much more confusion about things. We'll be just off track. We won't know what the right path is. It gets further and further out of alignment. Our life gets more and more painful, and we lose sight of why it's even happening, which is our diet. The first and foremost principle of our life, our consciousness, our health, everything, what we put on our plate, our diet, what we put in this temple. And then life gets really, really hard and we struggle and we don't really understand it. If we do the hard work and we say restrict cooked foods, it might seem restrictive in the beginning, but this is the work required to get back into alignment and to create an easy life. That's why if we're raw vegan long term, we're coasting in a much easier, much more efficient way. And it serves our life at the highest level, and it serves our consciousness at the highest level. It serves our success at the highest level. This is why I use raw foods. I use a raw vegan diet as a method to discipline myself, a method to create the structure now for the ease later. Okay, maybe it's hard to be raw vegan at certain points on the journey, but it gives me rewards that are worth it, like efficiency of nutrition, efficiency of digestion, efficiency of energy, efficiency of elimination. There's no question that efficiency of energy and efficiency of elimination is absolutely next level, peeps. It's next level. Until you experience that, you're struggling with natural law, you're struggling with being in alignment, you're struggling with energy, and you're struggling with efficiency. So saying raw vegan diet is restrictive is just playing small, it's playing weak, and it's being mediocre, and you're going to get the mediocre, crappy ass results that most people in the world get. Being a slave to somebody else's job, being broke, not having the results you want in your life, not being a leader, not stepping up for yourself, always struggling. That's the mediocre ass results you get when you play small and when you don't take responsibility for your alignment. So a raw vegan diet is the path to our freedom. It's the path to an unrestricted alignment of ease and peace long term. And in the short term, we have to do the hard work. Maybe it feels restrictive for some, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it feels hard for some, maybe it doesn't. The transition to a raw vegan diet takes time to build the strength in the digestive system. Cooked food and starch is nothing more than going back to the status quo easy zone for your weakened state and out of alignment state of health and body. So if you eat cooked starches and you're like, oh, I feel better, it's because you're just placating to the weakened state of your digestive system. We have to strengthen the digestive system, and then we become stronger and we can digest and utilize the raw foods better, and we feel better from raw foods. But that takes time, could take a couple years. The question is, who are you going to be in a couple years? Are you going to stay the same? Are you going to be the same person you are today? Or are you going to be on a growth path, a growth trajectory for your greatness? Who are you going to be? It's up to you. Stay the same or grow. Do the hard work, have freedom later, or make it easy on yourself now and have a hard life later. It's up to you. You get to decide, but I'm going to tell you from this vantage point, I'm sticking up for you. I'm taking a stand for your truth and your health because you're my fam, you're my peeps. I care about you and I'm at your service, truly. So I'm telling you that aligning now and doing the hard work now is worth it in the future. Don't let the weak mindset of others who are addicted tell you that your freedom is restrictive. Freedom requires structure. Financial abundance, financial freedom requires restrictive structure. Health requires restrictive structure. All freedom requires restrictive structure to be free. We find freedom in the structure, not in a willy-nilly free-for-all chaos that creates pain. So if you're experiencing pain, confusion, poor health, you're overweight, you're struggling financially, that's because you haven't restricted the nasty stuff in your life. You think that you can just have whatever you want when that's not the case. So you're playing small, you're giving into weakness, you're giving into addiction, and you have the mediocre ass results that the majority of our society has. Well, hello, welcome to planet Earth. You got to be exceptional to get exceptional results. You got to do the hard work to break free from your own imprisonment. So that's my message to you. You guys get to decide which path you're going to take. Who are you going to be in 2 years? A raw vegan? Or are you going to stay the same and be here with your same struggles, your same poor bank account, your same bad health, and your same 40 pounds overweight? It's up to you. Much love to all of you. I hope that message was helpful.